is there is this pressure to celebrate and be happy mixed with the conflict of the pandemic. It's just so hard. And I don't understand how some people are in such a good mood, and I'm like jealous, you know. And it's nice to watch. Like, I have been enjoying watching vlogmas, and then sometimes I just get jealous and I'm like, how are you so happy right now? Like, how are you okay right now? You know, because I'm not okay. Hey guys, I don't know, it feels funny to be back on camera and getting ready to do what I do best, which is oversharing. Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a coffee talk style video about holiday blues, loneliness, and just getting super real with you guys, opening up about how I've been feeling and maybe how some of you guys have been feeling as well. If you're new to my channel, I would love for you to subscribe. I post lots of work vlogs as well as personal finance content. So hit the subscribe button, and whether or not you're new, please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. Before we get into the video, I would love for you guys to just comment down below how you are feeling right now. I genuinely want to know, are you happy? Are you loving life? Are you feeling a bit more down? Is it a mix of both? We'll get into how I'm personally feeling, but I genuinely want to know how you guys are doing, because the point of this video is to hopefully help you guys feel less alone and hopefully make me feel less alone too. So that's what's up. This is my third time trying to film this video. I've been having a lot of trouble getting my words out, so I wanted it to be unscripted, but it wasn't working. So I just gave myself some talking points, so I thought I would bring them up at the beginning just to let you guys know kind of what you're in for. As usual, I try and find a positive takeaway from everything, but to be honest and upfront, this isn't going to be the most positive video. Like, it's genuinely going to be like an honest check-in with how I'm feeling and how I'm feeling regarding the holidays this year. So I just want to give a little bit of a warning about that. It's not, the point of this video is not to, like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say, okay? I guess I'm just insecure. Okay, so I'm going to start the video off with how I've been feeling the last few weeks. And then I want to talk about just the holidays in general and the pressure to feel happy when that might not be how we actually feel. Just holiday blues in general. And then I want to open up about family, friends, love, and material items and how they all kind of relate to this time of year. So yeah, and at the end of the video I'm gonna give you guys some strategies of how I've been trying to help myself feel better, and just some strategies that you guys can incorporate as well. Okay, so let's jump in. How am I doing? To be honest, you guys, not great. I've been struggling a lot with just feeling extremely lonely. Lately, we are in code red of pandemic, which means everything's closed pretty much. I live alone and it's just been really, really difficult. The days are short. I work a lot and I haven't been feeling like I have enough time for myself. And I haven't had enough time to connect with friends, whether that's going for a walk or FaceTiming, and God, I feel so lonely. And I don't want, like, yeah, it's normal, like, it's okay. And I'm tempted to be like, I'm lonely, but you know, but the truth is, like, it sucks. It's really hard, and I know that I'm not the only one. So if any of you out there are watching and you feel lonely too, what's up? Let's be lonely together. I don't know how else to, like, describe what I'm feeling besides just like a bit down and out. There's nothing wrong, and sometimes that's hard, is like when nothing is wrong but you still feel weird. You're like, well, I should be happy, you know? I have a job, I have a hobby, I have friends, I have all these things. Why do I feel this way, right? And there's so many factors, like the pandemic, there's a big one. Time change too, like, it's so dark, it's pitch black outside right now, it's 5 o'clock. most days I find I've been working very, very hard recently. Like my work has been really busy. And so it's like I sit down at my desk from 8 to 6 and the day goes by and it's 6 p.m. and it's pitch black outside and I don't want to do anything. Like I'm tired at the end of it all. Sometimes I don't even have energy to like call my friends, and then it just results in you feeling extremely lonely, which is really hard. So how does that tie into the holidays? Well, moving into our first order of business, there's so much pressure around the holidays that you have to be in a good mood. And I find it leads to this comparison of, well, I'm supposed to feel happy. You know, it's Christmas, I'm supposed to be happy. And the pressure that you have to feel a certain way often can make you feel the exact opposite, because you're so hard on yourself of like, what's wrong with me? Why am I not happy? And that what's wrong with me is really, really hard and it's hurtful. Like I often think to myself, what's wrong with me? And it's not a nice feeling. So I don't know if any of you guys can relate to that. Just like, it sucks. Vlogmas has been making me feel a certain type of way in two different senses. First of all, I've been feeling weird about posting on YouTube because everybody's like very jolly and very holiday, and I don't even have a tree in my apartment. Like I am so not in a holiday mood this year. I'm just like, let's get this over with. That's honestly how I feel. And that's not my usual way of feeling around this time of year. So I've been feeling like I don't want to come onto YouTube and vlog and like not be in a holiday mood, because I'm like, well, nobody will watch because they'd rather just watch like Vlogmas and watch people be happy. So I've been putting that kind of weird pressure on myself. So I hope that by uploading this, it will kind of break the ice. And the other thing is like being surrounded by all this positive content has been so hard. And then the fact that it's every day too is like, it's kind of like a slap in the face reminder of like what I'm not. Like that's how I feel. It's like I'm not happy and in a holiday mood right now. And it's really hard. I've been enjoying watching Vlogmas, but it does have this kind of like toxic side effect on me of extreme comparison, whether that's, yeah, like seeing other people be very happy and then you're thinking, well, what's wrong with me? And then the other thing is like seeing a lot of the vloggers that I watch are American, and they are able to go to the restaurant, they're able to see their friends, and I can't do that. Like all the restaurants are closed, we're not allowed to see our friends. And it just is so hard to watch. Like it's so hard. I'm so jealous. It's really difficult. So I know some of you guys watching live in Montreal, so like my heart literally just goes out to you guys. Like it's so hard to watch. And then I get down on myself because I'm like, who wants to watch me in my apartment when they can watch people out and about doing actual things? Like, so just from a creative point of view, it's kind of been like stifling my which hurts. Like it hurts my, I don't know, it's like this thing inside me that needs to be stimulated that's not, and it's just like really difficult. So let's talk about that. Like every year around the holidays, we are told we need to be happy, we need to be festive, we need to feel a certain way, because Christmas especially is just such a commercial holiday. And I love to buy into it, I really do. And every year I have a hard time with my mom actually, because she like doesn't like Christmas. She just, it's a hard time of year for her. And I think it's a hard time of year for a lot of people, and nobody talks about that. So my intention with making this video was to let you guys know that if every year it's hard for you, or if it's just this year that it's hard for you, it's okay. And like, you know, yeah, we're seeing all the Vlogmas, yeah, we're seeing all this stuff that we can compare ourselves to, but I just want to be super honest with you guys and let you know that like, it's okay. I like, yeah, whether it's every year or whether it's this year, like I'm with you. Like there's people in my family that have a hard year every year. there's me who's having a really hard time this year, and it's okay. We will get through this together. So holiday blues, I think are, yeah, they're there every year, and it's amplified by the fact that you're supposed to feel a certain way. So let's talk next. I want to talk about family and how family dynamics are so complicated and family relationships are so complicated, but nobody like ever talks about that. And you know, going home for the holidays can be amazing and wonderful, but it can also be very difficult. And I want to give you guys my personal example of that because I love my family more than anything. Like I adore them. Like if you guys have seen clips of me with them in my vlogs or anything, I think you can tell that like I am very close with my family. But being close with your family does not mean that everything is perfect. And I don't want to like, I'm not trying to put my family on blast or anything, but like they're so like, it's just so not perfect. Like, you know, sometimes they annoy me, or sometimes it's dynamics, right? Like every family has them. I'm the oldest child, which means that I feel a lot of responsibility. I feel, you know, I feel a duty to take care. And I do feel a lot of weight on my shoulders when I go home to please everybody. That's, you know, the oldest child burden that I feel is make everybody happy. Zoe goes home to Ottawa and she has to make everybody happy. She has to, you know, and outside of COVID times, I have to see everybody. I have to balance staying at my mom's and staying at my dad's so that nobody's feelings get hurt. I have to make time for my sister. I have to make time for my aunt. I have to make time for my stepmom. I have to make time for everybody because I need to please everybody in my family. And I put so much pressure on myself to please everyone in my family to my own detriment. I put pleasing my family above myself. And it's hard. And that doesn't mean that I don't love them. That doesn't mean that I resent them. It just means that it's difficult. And this year, it's going to be different because we can't see everybody. So that means, okay, do I have to call them? Do I have to spend time on the phone with them? And it's just difficult. And another pressure that I have with my family that I think a lot of people have is separated or divorced parents. So my parents are not together. They have two separate households, and I often feel the need to equally balance staying at one person's house and staying at another person's house. And that has already been difficult enough in the past, but now I have to add the working from home problem on top of all of that. So not only do I need to feel comfortable where I'm staying, but I need to be able to work. And it can be very unsettling already to have to work in a new environment and then to get used to sleeping in a new environment, and then you combine both and it's just like anxiety central. So I'm very nervous about what it's gonna look like when I go home for many weeks. How am I going to be productive from home? How am I going to establish a sense of routine? And how can you establish a sense of routine when you're jumping between your mom and your dad's house? So that's hard. My resolution this year has actually just been I'm only going to stay at one parent's house, and I'll just visit the other on the weekends, because I think having a solid space and setting up that space is going to be really, really important to me. So if any of you guys are feeling that way, that could be a resolution. I don't know how it's gonna go. I'm not home yet, obviously. But yeah, that's difficult. It's difficult to adjust to living in a new environment, especially when your parents are not together. It's so hard. So if any of you guys experience that, I totally feel you. I can totally relate. And the next thing that comes with family is, again, this comparing your family to what you see on social media. No family is perfect, and no matter how much you love your family, we can always compare, right? I have a hard time with watching vloggers who have, who live in big houses, whose parents are, maybe together, who have a big bedroom at home, who have lots of space, whose parents cook them like elaborate, beautiful meals. and I can get jealous. Like my parents don't live in huge houses. I don't have a big bedroom that I can escape to when I go home. My bedroom at my mom's house is very small, and I don't even have a bedroom at my dad's house. So I have to have like a makeshift space, and that's difficult. And then, yeah, it's hard to like compare myself to, I find myself comparing myself to other vloggers that just live in like these massive houses, and I'm like, jealous. I'm not even gonna lie, I'm jealous. It doesn't mean I don't love my family, but you can get jealous. The thing with family is holiday traditions. My mom's not in the kitchen like baking cookies, like she's not like that. And sometimes I get jealous when I see, you know, people with their moms doing those kind of things. Like I said before, my mom hates Christmas. Like she just hates it. And that's not easy. It's really hard on me when I'm like trying to be festive and I'm trying to be in a good mood. And then I go to her house and she's like, like that's really, really difficult. So, yeah, I mean, if any of your parents are the same way, I totally feel you. And it's like another thing, it's like nobody talks about that. Like nobody talks about having parents who like hate the holidays, right? Or like, you know, maybe you lost a family member and so it's really difficult around the holidays. Like nobody talks about those things, but they're just, it's so real. Like holiday blues, man, it's just such a mix of feelings, and that on top of this pressure to like be happy and be perfect, it's so difficult. So that's my piece on family. And I'm wrapping it up by saying I love my family so much. So that's not to like hate on them or anything at all. It's just to show you guys a different reality than what we see on social media about families. Oh, I don't know. I'm having such a hard time with this video. SOS. Okay, I want to talk next about friendship. I'm only gonna spend a little bit of time on this one because I don't think it's as relevant this year. Or maybe if you live somewhere where you can have get-togethers, it is. But every year around the holidays, I tend to, sometimes when you see big friend groups doing Friendsmas and all this stuff, you can get insecure about your own friendships and be like, oh, you know, I don't have like 10 friends who are all in a group that we can do a Friendsmas dinner with. And seeing those kind of posts can make you feel insecure about your own friendships. And I haven't been obviously like seeing as much of that this year because where I live, we cannot get together. But I just wanted to touch on that really quick in case that's something that you feel, because most years that is something I feel. And although this year I don't have to deal with it, probably next year I will. So again, and that, it's just like comparison. Like comparison is such, it's just gonna be the common theme from here on out. And from before too, I don't know. Okay, let's talk about love. Love, love, love. We're gonna talk about love. This time of year is when I just feel the most single. And that combined with how lonely I've been feeling this year, or these last few months, have just, it's been really hard. I think there's so much pressure for girls to be like, no, it doesn't matter, I'm independent, like I can live single and it's fine. But some of us just maybe prefer being in a relationship. Some of us sometimes want a relationship. And some of us don't know what the heck we want, but you can still feel lonely, and you can still occasionally or often miss the company of a significant other. And I just, first of all, want to say, I am personally working on releasing that feeling of guilt of missing a significant other. Sometimes I'm like, you're a boss bitch, you don't need a man. Like, you shouldn't even miss having a boyfriend, or you shouldn't even want a boyfriend because that means you're weak. It doesn't mean you're weak. It doesn't, okay? So let's get that out of our head, first of all. Second of all, let's talk about cute couples on Instagram and how they can make you feel like shit. They can make you feel like shit if you are in a relationship because you're comparing. You're like, oh, well, they did this Christmas photo shoot and my boyfriend doesn't want to take a picture of me, or my boyfriend doesn't post me on social media. Or you can be like, I don't even have a boyfriend and I wish I did, or a girlfriend, or a significant other. Yeah, this year it's been like I said, combined with how I already feel lonely, seeing photos of couples and seeing vlogs of couples have been hard because it makes me want a significant other, even though I don't know if that's something that I actually want. You know, it's like more of a, oh, like it'd be nice right now to have a boyfriend to buy a Christmas tree with, and yeah, so like, it's just weird. And I don't often talk about relationships and boys on my channel, so it's weird for me to like open up about this. But yeah, I don't know, like I'm single. Sometimes around the holidays you can miss your ex, especially if you've spent holidays with them, and then you're like, oh, like, yeah, this year or the past few years I haven't been with them, but it's a reminder of the times that you were. It's hard, like it's hard going on, like my explore page on Instagram is all couples and baby announcements. Like, what the heck? Leave me alone, you know? And it's just like, hey Zoe, like, hey, you don't have this. I don't even know if you want it, but I'm gonna make you feel like you do. Anyone? Just me? I don't know. And yeah, something about Christmas love. So I did something that makes me feel better, this is so weird, but something that makes me feel better is watching shitty Hallmark movies and like seeing like stupid people fall in love, because then I'm like, oh, this is so fake. Like a reminder of sometimes how fake love can be, because on Instagram it looks more real, but on those cheesy movies it like looks more fake. And so I don't know, that helps me. But it's just important to remember that nothing is as perfect as it seems on social media. Not every couple is perfect, and you don't need a relationship to be happy. But yeah, sometimes it does make you feel lonely, and that's how I feel. I feel lonely. Ding. Okay, last thing is material items. I used to be extremely materialistic, and I'm going to be doing a video in the new year about how I overcame being materialistic, or how I got better, because I'm still a little bit. But watching people open gifts and comparing the gifts that you got versus other people has always been hard for me around Christmas. Watching what I got for Christmas videos has always been really, really difficult. I come from a middle-class family. We have never been the type to give extravagant gifts. For example, I've never received a designer item for Christmas, and that's okay. It's totally fine. I'm always so grateful for the things that I get, okay? So I don't want anyone to like take this the wrong way, but you can be in the moment, you can be so happy with whatever you got, whether it's a book, a scrunchie, a face mask, like you can be so happy with whatever you got, and then the second you turn on YouTube and you see that somebody else got a Gucci bag, or somebody else got, you know, a Cartier bracelet, whatever it is, suddenly you're not happy with what you had anymore. And that is like the toxicity of comparison. And I think a lot less people are doing what I got for Christmas videos. I think more people are realizing, like, as we grow up, we're like, hey, maybe we don't need to do this, which I think is a good thing. But yeah, comparing yourself and material items can be very difficult around Christmas. And I don't think anybody really talks about that enough. So I just wanted to mention it, that like, you know, if you feel that way, it's so normal. And just the whole materialism around the holidays too, that's like you spend the 25th, like if you celebrate Christmas and your family does gifts on Christmas, you know, you spend the day opening gifts, and then the next day you like head to the mall for Boxing Day. Like I used to be like that. I would have like a mental list, and anything I didn't get for Christmas, I'd be ready to go buy it the next day on Boxing Day. Like, come on. Anyway, this year my family's not doing gifts, which right now feels really good. We'll see how it feels after Christmas. Like, we'll see if I feel any weird type of way. Let me know if you would like a follow-up on that. But yeah, I don't know. So let's wrap this up. Comparing yourself around the holidays to friends, to families, to houses, to material things, it's all so toxic. I think we all do it, whether it's intentionally or we don't even realize that we're doing it. So I hope that me opening up about this can make you guys feel less alone, can let you know that, you know, hey, it's definitely not the best thing to do, but we all do it. And already I honestly feel lighter having spoken about this. And whatever the holidays look like for you every year or this year, you know, whatever your family looks like, it's so important to return to gratitude for your own situation. So let's move into talking about what I've been doing, what I will be doing, and how I think you guys can help yourselves feel better this time of year. So like I just mentioned, the first thing is gratitude. I've been doing my gratitude journal almost every day. I use the 5-minute journal to do my gratitude, and actually the last few days I've been so grumpy I haven't been doing it, and it's just been making me feel worse. Expressing your gratitude for your family, for your situation, we all have things to be grateful for. We all have things that make us lucky, whether or not we have a perfect family, which doesn't exist, whether or not we have a significant other, whether or not we have all the material things we want, whether we all have things to be grateful for. You know, health is such a big one this year. If you have your health, you have something to be grateful for. You know, any family members that you can see, right? Like I cannot see my grandma. I cannot see my extended family this year. Like I'm only seeing my very close family, like my parents and my brothers and sisters. My brother and sister, I only have one. Just being grateful the fact that you can see them, you know? We all have something that we can be grateful for, and I think that's the first key to happiness is gratitude. Something that I have been doing, I did this last night, I did it this morning, and it really helped, was self-care. For me, my biggest self-care thing is my nails. I know that's weird. I did a nice holiday red, and already that did uplift my spirits. Self-tanner is a big one that I do. Just taking a bath, shaving my legs, putting on lotion, face mask, like anything that can make me feel good has been helping me with my loneliness. So let's say last night, for example, was Friday night, I'm by myself, and you know, I could have gotten down and out on myself and been like, oh, you know, yeah, you have no one to hang out with this Friday, like you have no significant other with you to watch movies with. But when you're taking care of yourself and you're doing these acts of self-care, it makes your alone time feel more special, and it can reduce those feelings of loneliness. So that's a big one. I also just want to say a thank you because this company sent me a really beautiful gift, and I just wanted to mention it to, I don't know, let you guys know. So I did my nails with this nail kit from this company called Madame Glam. They sent me this huge advent calendar full of like nail products, and it was just been really fun to like do my nails and have like a nice gel manicure at home. So I did this red with the little lamp you guys can see in the cutaway. So I just wanted to give them a shout out and say thank you because it's been helping me save money, and it's been helping me, like, because I used to go out and do my nails, and it was like $70 a month. So yeah, that's been really nice. So just wanted to give them a shout out and say thank you. And then the last thing that's been helping me feel really amazing is taking walks. It's cold out, it's dark, but bundling up and just leaving the house for a walk has been so amazing. I've been going on long walks. I think it's important, I just want to say, you know, because it's dark, girls, be aware of your safety. Go for walks in well-lit places and places where there's other people. And if you're walking on dark side streets, please don't put your headphones in. I'm so paranoid for girls walking by themselves. I've heard too many scary stories. So while it is important to go out for a walk, we do need to have safety as our priority. So I only put headphones in when I'm in places where there are many other people around. And otherwise, sometimes it's just nice to not have headphones and to listen to the sounds of things. And I like to look into people's houses and get decor inspiration. And when I'm walking, I find I like to think about things that I'm grateful for. I like to think about things that I can be excited about. It stimulates my creative juices. I get video ideas, I get project ideas, and walking has been a lifesaver. So this is your reminder to go for your walks, and it hopefully will help you feel better. Okay, you guys, this has been the longest, rambliest video ever. I hope you got something out of it. I'm feeling happier of having opened up to you guys about this. And my next videos, I will be doing a few vlogs at home, like holiday style. So that will be fun, hopefully. And I just want to say, you know, if you're feeling lonely, I'm here for you. I have Instagram DMs that you can talk to me in if you need to. And I'm really grateful for all of you guys because your support on my videos, your comments, the fact that you watch does really help my loneliness. I think I would be going so crazy if it wasn't for my YouTube channel. So I'm very grateful for you guys, so thank you. I'll talk to you all in my next video, but love you so much. Bye.
For the record.